good day, everyone. I hope everyone is good. That we had a good long weekend. So I'm going to continue with Object Manager and Lighting Up Builder. Okay, we've covered data modeling, we've covered object relationships overview, and now we're going to be doing this module here, lighting experience and customization. Okay, this is a couple of that we have to cover. Let's see how we get through them. First up is set up your own. As always, what we do is we check the objectives. We make sure that we are able to describe these objectives and discuss these objectives by the time we finish the unit. Okay, first objective is we should be able to describe the business value of custom objects and fields. Second one is create and edit custom objects and fields. And thirdly, create a custom tab for a custom object. This looks very familiar to things that we've already done before. I'll just follow as per the trail mix. Okay, so here they're giving us a scenario. I guess that's the scenario that we will be going through in order to use custom objects and fields and tabs. All right, so I'll just read the scenario. Meet Ursa Major Solar. Ursa Major Solar is a Southwest-based supplier of solar components and systems. It's a small company with around 200 employees, but it's growing fast, and it's looking to Salesforce to help the company blossom. Maria Jimenez, its admin, is in charge of configuring and customizing Salesforce to meet Ursa Major's needs. Ursa Major Solar is expanding in its energy consultation business and offering personalized energy assessments to its customers. But Ursa Major Solar doesn't have a place to track and manage the results. Using custom objects and fields, Maria is going to build an energy consulting app. By creating a custom object called Energy Audit and creating a few custom fields for it, Ursa Major Solar can track information on its customers' energy usage and recommend which type of solar panel installation is a good fit. Yeah, so this name is a bit of a tongue twister for me, Ursa Major Solar. So yeah, just bear with me when I read out that name. Throughout this module, we'll follow in Maria's footsteps as she gets Salesforce into shape for Ursa Major Solar team to use. You'll create a custom object, custom fields, a custom app, and more. And you can do it all in your Trailhead playground, no special app installation required. Okay, Maria's first task is to create the energy audit object. It will be used in later units, so let's get started. Okay, so these are the instructions for creating a custom object. We have done this before, right? So I won't spend too much time on what is happening here. Okay, so let's go into a playground, hands-on orgs. Just going to launch this one. That's the one I usually use. Okay, as you know, to create a custom object, you need to go to the setup menu. To Object Manager, click on Create Custom Object. Given a custom object wizard. Right, let's go back to our instructions and see what is it the specific details of the custom object that we're trying to create. Okay, so as a label, we're going to enter this. Let's move this over. So we are going to create, put this as the labels. So the singular label is energy audit. And then we can see that the name starts with a vowel. So we're going to click on this, starts with vowel. And then we already have the API name populated for us. Do we have a description? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Then the next instruction says click on allow search, then also select launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. So we're going to go ahead. Search, launch. Okay. Click on save. Then we're going to get into the custom tab wizard, right? And they give some instructions regarding this. So creating the custom tab. Maria's created the custom object, but she needs a way to make it easily accessible to her users. Creating custom tab for a custom object is a great way to do that. Okay, let's define a new tab to access the data stored in the custom energy audit object. This way, Ursa Major Solar consulting team can easily find and open the object. Okay, because we've selected this option here of launch custom tab, that dialog will open, or the wizard will open, right? And we are going to select an icon, right? The sun icon. That's all we need to do. I have to click next, and then I guess select this app, right, to have access to the tab. Yeah, so like they say, you need to deselect everything and then just select this one app. So let's go on ahead. We are going to look for the sun. This is somewhere there. All right. Select the splash page. You're going to click on next. Description. The description. There. Tab for the energy audit object. Let's go to previous. See. Tab for object. That's going to our description. Object. Good to go. Then in terms of profiles, we are going to leave the profiles as to every profile. So all profiles will have access to this. We're going to hit next. And then in terms of apps, we are going to deselect this. Then we're going to select sales, standard sales, the lightning sales, standard lightning sales. Check if this is correct. Sales, standard lightning sales, that's correct. So this is the only app that will have this page on visible by default. Let's save. I've created a tab and the object. So see once the object and tab have been created. And now we are going to create custom fields. So we further go to say, Maria is not done yet. The energy audit object needs some custom fields so that Ursa Major, wow, this name, energy consultants can enter information about the audit. Besides needing the account the audit is associated with and how much energy the customer uses, the consultants also recommend where to install the solar panels. Let's start there. So the first thing to consider when creating a custom field is figuring out what type of field you need. Let's create a pick list field so that the consultants can choose from a list of solar panel installation options. Okay, so we're going to create a pick list field, and this will be the label that we use for that pick list field. Type of installation. Let's go back. Add a field. We need to come to fields and relationships. We click on new. Pick list. There we go. Next, it's going to paste that name here and then enter the pick list values. I'm going to select enter values, right? Each value is separated by a new line. So we have here, we're going to copy here, paste them in here, right? And then we are going to select use the first value as the default value. So instruction number 6 there. Okay, we pasted everything. And then leave the field level security settings as they are. Click next, leave the energy audit layout selected. Click save. Okay. Come back here. Everything should be good. We're going to leave the field level security settings. Hit next. And then already there's a page layout created for this object called the energy audit layout. And going that's selected and click save. Okay. We have created a custom field in our custom object. And let's see what else. That's one field. That one field isn't quite enough though. The energy consultants also need to capture how much the customer is paying each month and what their monthly usage is. Right? They also need a place to write up their audit evaluation. So let's create a few more fields to let them do that. The instruction there says unless indicated otherwise in the parameters column, which is this column, leave each field setting as is. Okay. So first, for the second field that we're going to create is a lookup relationship with the account object. Right, and we're going to make it required. Okay, so do that. Add a new lookup relationship. Next, that you should pause and think at the choice of a relationship, right? Is this a good choice of relationship that they're giving us? Remember, we have major or main types of relationships, which is lookup. And when you create a data model, you always look at what relationship between my object is most fitting, right? So this is a point for you to pause and actually justify this, um, justify the decision that they made to create the lookup between the account and the audit. Um, yeah. Next, they said it must be required. See what else we need to do. So account is required. I think that's all we need to do. Hit next. And I'll say save and new because I know I'm going to create more fields, right? So I just wanted to open the new field dialog. So I'm just going to hit save and also start a new field dialog. So the next field that we're going to be adding is a currency, right? And the label on there is average annual electric cost. I'm just going to copy it. The type is of currency, and then the length in, and then decimal places. We have 2 decimal places. There's some help text there, which I'll come back to copy, and it must be required. Right, so let's go ahead. Yeah, creating a currency type field is as I copied there. The length, we said it's 60 decimal places. We have 2 decimal places. And then let's paste the help text. It should always be required, right? And new, because we're creating another field. So this next field is a number. As a type number, label is right there. And there's some help text, and it's also a required field. Right? Let's go on ahead, creating a number, which is copied, length. There is no specifications about lengths, so we're going to leave it at 18. The assumption is also going to be that there are no decimal places. Let's check if that's correct. Yeah, so they don't mention anything about lengths and decimal places. We leave it as is, it's 18, and there's no decimal places. So all we're going to do is make sure that it's required. Next, save and new. Last field that we're adding, it's a text area, the long version of it. Label is audit notes, and then we're going to set a setting that makes 5 lines visible. Okay, and this is not a required field. So let's go on. So there's text area and then there's text area long. So we're going to select the text area long and hit next. Label, I just copied. And the length, is there anything about length? No. Visible lines. So we need to have text or anything like that. Next. And now we're going to hit save because there's nothing else to add. Okay. There you go. Now our object is looking more fuller. There's a couple of custom objects in there, fields in there, and then there's also like standard fields. like we have gone through before. So let's go and have a look at the instructions. Now that the custom object is really taking shape, nice work. And don't forget that it's easy to modify an existing custom field to fit your needs at any time. Let's say you want to sort your data even more granularly, change a text entry field to a pick list to clean up data for reports. You can always come back and get things just right for your business. Okay, so what they're saying there is that you can come back and change the type of a field, the data type for a field. Um, Next instruction is let's create energy audit records. Okay, so we're just going to create dummy data in our org. We can actually see how the data looks like. Object. An object is without its records to fill it out. Prior to implementing Salesforce, there are some major solar is tracking audits in a spreadsheet. Oh, the horror. Part of Maria's job as the admin is to enter those audit records into Salesforce, and we use them later in the module. Let's get to it. So now we're going to create new records. So this is the first record that you're going to add. Let's the name of the record. Setup menu, but we want to add records end user interface, right? So in order energy audit to appear, we're going to have to refresh because for some reason was does not refresh itself. And so you can see that now our energy audits appear down here. So click on there, click record name, just keep the name. See type of information rooftop, we're going to leave it as rooftop. The account is going to be Burlington Textiles Corp of America. So this should be an existing account in the org, right? Burlington Textiles Corp of America. Put my phone on silent. Hint tab Burlington. Okay, this is just a hint. We already did that to search for this. And then the average annual electric cost, we're going to enter 1.86. Just copy that. And this is the energy cost. This is in some currency. And then annual energy usage in kilowatt hours. It's going to be 23. I'll type it out. So I'll just go on and save this web. So we have valuation. Okay, so we have to add 3 other records. Do this real quick. Installation type for this one is carport. And then University of Arizona. And annual cost 2.1 Smasky carport zone. 30. So I do not I do not copy and paste these in the values in here because it's a currency and it's a number, and it might mess up with when you copy and paste the computer or the program thinks that you're entering a string, and that might not work out very well. So as you can see, these two, I just typed them out. Then we're gonna save and new. Right. Add this record. 1.1.56. Save and new. Copy. Ground mounted S-Force 1.77. S-Force. Okay, I've already forgotten the number. 1.7725. Just right. Then should be done. Okay, we should be done adding records. Nice job. We'll put those into use shortly. Okay. Maria wants her energy consultants to be able to follow the changes to the energy audit records and see feed updates when those audit records are changed. To accomplish this, she enables feed tracking on the energy audit object. Turning on feed tracking enables chatter feeds for an object. Yeah. So what this means is when anyone goes into those audit records and they change anything, they want some sort of notification to be sent to anyone who subscribes to that record. Okay, so we might have in the team people who want to be updated every time something or someone edits um, their record. So in order for that functionality to be active, we need to enable feed tracking. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to search for feed tracking, and then we are going to select the energy audit object from the list, and then we're going to select enable feed tracking and select all of the fields except for the owner field and the all related objects. Okay, so let's that is done. So we come back to our quick find menu, and we're going to find the objects here. We are looking for the energy audit object. Going to select enable feed tracking, and we select all of fields except for the owner field. What did they say about this? We can also display feed activity for related objects. I think we don't select this one. Let me just select all of the fields except for the owner and all. Yeah. So Yeah, we don't select these two, and then we can click save. Okay, so in that way, we have enabled feed tracking. So should there be any changes to um, any of the records in this object, we that if we follow that object. Okay, so I've refreshed. You should see this follow button here. So meaning that if I follow this record here, I will be notified every time it changes. So I'm going to click on follow. Now I'm following it. Okay, it marks the end of this section here. But what's left is to do the hands-on challenge. I'm not going to do that. It's going to be probably the same as what we've done above, but I'll leave that to you to do. Thank you. I will see you in the next unit.